my final point tonight, billionaire software tycoon and mega liberal Bill Gates said that only government can solve the issue of climate change, that capitalism is too greedy and incompetent to address the problem. This is and has been the goal of climate change criers from day one, to instill fear and panic into the public to so great an extent that people will be willing to turn over money, freedom, and power to the government. Mr. Gates is simply the first person to say it so bluntly. Today, I want to take issue with the premise of Mr. Gates' claim that the government should be put in charge because, as he argues, the private sector is, in general, inept. First of all, maybe, just maybe, if the private sector is unwilling to invest in this issue, the issue is not as pressing as Mr. Gates would have you believe. Problems that people care about tend to be addressed quickly by the private sector of innovators, inventors, and capitalists. Secondly, climate change criers have lost a lot, if not all, credibility in the past few years. First, they claimed the world was heating, then cooling, then back to heating, whatever fit their political agenda at the time. People in general are not willing to put their money towards something that lacks substance, fact, and integrity. Thirdly, let's talk about some of the innovations created by the private sector versus projects undertaken by the government. Then, maybe we'll have a better idea of whom to trust with solving climate change and with our money. So, would you rather have a market which invented the personal computer, the light bulb, the airplane, the turbine, the laser and inkjet printers, the hovercraft, plastics, and the telephone, a market that produces clothes, household appliances, entertainment, and the homes we live in? Would you rather trust a free private market to address our needs when we deem them needs and produce cost-effective, innovative solutions? Or would you rather give your money to the institution which spent $43 million to build a $500,000 gas station in Afghanistan, who can't pay off our national debt, who is so incompetent and self-serving that the men and women who served our nation have to wait 90 days to a year for a single doctor's appointment, an institution so corrupt that a federal agency, the IRS, targeted individual Americans based on their political beliefs? Mr. Gates, for a man who has made a fortune through innovation in the private sector, I'm surprised you think we the people would be foolish enough to trust the government with our money when capitalism is so very far superior. And that is my final point. Thank you for tuning in tonight for Tipping Point. I hope you'll join us again tomorrow, and in the meantime, keep up the conversation with me on Twitter at @Liz_Wheeler, and have a great night.